A day that would change Henry Donovan's life forever. Little did he know, a simple misunderstanding would turn into something far bigger. Today, a routine shopping trip, a simple gift selection, would become a defining moment for Henry and his daughter Chloe. Will this be a beautiful moment between father and daughter, or will it turn into an unforgettable event that will haunt them both forever? Henry Donovan had built a life many could only dream of. As the owner of a prestigious chain of luxury jewelry stores, he had amassed a fortune and earned a reputation that few could rival. On the outside, it seemed like he had everything: wealth, success, and admiration. He was the epitome of the American dream, a self-made man who had risen from poverty to the heights of luxury. Yet, behind the polished surface of his success, there was a haunting pain, a pain that success could never cure. 18 years ago, Henry lost the love of his life, Valerie. She was strong, intelligent, and her smile could brighten any room. Valerie was his partner, his equal, and his calm. They had dreamed of building a life full of love and hope. But during childbirth, complications took Valerie's life, leaving Henry to hold their newborn daughter, Chloe, in his arms, broken and lost. In an instant, his world crumbled. He felt as though he had failed her in her most vulnerable moment. To escape the pain, Henry threw himself into building his business. What began as a modest jewelry store turned into a sprawling empire, each piece of jewelry inspired by Valerie's strength and beauty. But no matter how successful he became, the shadow of his loss followed him. Valerie was gone, and nothing could fill the emptiness she left behind. Through it all, Chloe remained his guiding light. She was the reason he kept going. As a father, Henry was determined to give her everything. He raised her with love, teaching her resilience and strength. As Chloe's 18th birthday approached, Henry decided to give her something special, a symbol of love and the legacy he had built. "Choose whatever you want, my princess. Today is your day," he said, handing her a card that gave her the freedom to pick any piece of jewelry from his store. Chloe was overwhelmed with excitement. She had heard stories about her father's stores, but had never visited one as a customer. As she entered one of the most exclusive stores in the city, the grandeur of the place dazzled her. The windows displayed exquisite jewelry designed to catch the eye of the elite. Inside, Chloe felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. She admired the sparkling displays, and one particular piece caught her eye: a diamond bracelet. It was delicate yet bold, shimmering with an intensity that drew her in. With purpose, Chloe approached the store manager, Linda, a woman whose professional demeanor couldn't hide the coolness in her eyes. "Excuse me, could you show me that bracelet?" Chloe asked, pointing to the piece. Linda's gaze shifted, scanning Chloe from head to toe. Chloe's elegant, simple clothes didn't fit the expected mold, and Linda's expression hardened. "That bracelet is incredibly expensive," Linda remarked, her tone dripping with condescension. "We have more affordable options at the back. Maybe those would be more suitable for you." The words were sharp, laced with prejudice, and Chloe could feel the weight of them. It was the kind of prejudice she had encountered too many times before, but this time it stung differently. Chloe, however, refused to let Linda's words shake her. She stood tall, her eyes locking with Linda's. "I'd like to see that one, please," she said, her voice steady but firm. She crossed her arms, unwilling to let anyone belittle her or make her feel less than worthy. Linda's eyes flickered with surprise, but she didn't respond. She turned and led Chloe to the display case, but the tension between them was palpable. Chloe's heart raced, but she knew she had made the right choice. This moment wasn't just about a bracelet. It was about reclaiming her place in a world that often tried to push her aside. And no matter what anyone said, Chloe knew she had earned the right to choose that bracelet. It wasn't just a symbol of wealth. It was a symbol of her strength, her resilience, and the love that had shaped her life. Linda looked at Chloe with a smirk that oozed condescension. "Listen, darling, I've been here for years. I can spot who's serious and who just wants to play dress-up. I'm not going to waste my time." Chloe felt her heart race as a lump formed in her throat. The sting of judgment was sharp, but she steadied her breath. "You have no idea who I am or what I've been through," she said, her voice steady despite the tension in the air. Linda gave a dismissive laugh, her eyes narrowing. "Oh, I know enough. People like you don't belong in places like this. You're probably just here to take pictures for social media, pretending you own something priceless." The room seemed to hold its breath. Customers nearby began to glance in their direction. Some exchanged uncomfortable looks, while others were openly intrigued, wondering what would happen next. The air thickened, every eye on the escalating confrontation. "I said I want to see the bracelet. Now," Chloe insisted, her voice unwavering. Linda paused then, with exaggerated grace, retrieved the bracelet. But before handing it over, she shot another remark. "Be careful not to drop it. If you break it, you'll be the one paying for it." Henry, having arrived earlier than expected, stepped into the store, eager to surprise his daughter. He envisioned Chloe being lost in the beauty of the jewelry, excitedly picking something to commemorate her special day. However, what he walked into stopped him in his tracks. There, in the middle of the store, was his daughter, humiliated in front of others. "This customer is not who you think she is. People like her shouldn't even be here." Linda's voice rang out, dismissively. Henry's blood ran cold, the words cutting through him like a knife. Anger surged, and without thinking, he marched across the room with steady, determined steps. His presence commanded attention, silencing the murmurs as soon as he spoke. "What is going on here?" His deep, authoritative voice echoed, cutting through the tension. Linda, still unaware of the identity of her customer, turned around, rolling her eyes. "I'm just protecting the store from people who don't understand the value of what we have here. Some think they can just walk in and demand to see the most expensive items like they're entitled." Henry's gaze locked onto Chloe, who was trying to hold back tears. His heart broke for her. He turned his eyes back to Linda, his glare cold and sharp. "This is my daughter." The color drained from Linda's face. Her hands trembled and she stammered, trying to explain herself. "Mr. Donovan, I didn't know." "You didn't know? That doesn't give you the right to humiliate anyone. Your assumptions have no place in this store or anywhere else," Henry said, his voice firm and unwavering. His words echoed across the store, addressing both the employees and the watching customers. "This company was built to represent respect, class, and dignity, but what I see today is the complete opposite. Linda, you're fired." There was a moment of stunned silence. Linda, desperate, pleaded for another chance, but Henry didn't falter. "Get out, and take your prejudice with you." As Linda was escorted out, the room remained eerily quiet. Henry turned back to Chloe, his heart swelling with love and pride. His expression softened as he walked toward her. "Pick whatever you want, my princess. This store is as much yours as it is mine." The incident left a profound impact. Henry didn't stop there. He took it upon himself to make a bold change in his company. Every store under his brand underwent a complete overhaul in its practices. Diversity and inclusion training became mandatory, ensuring that every employee learned how to treat all customers with dignity and respect. Chloe, now deeply involved in her father's business, brought a fresh and progressive perspective. She suggested something truly meaningful, renaming the brand's most iconic pieces in tribute to the people and values that shaped them. The bracelet she chose was named Valerie, after her mother, who had passed away but whose spirit continued to inspire Chloe every day. A new sign was placed at the entrance of each store, one that spoke volumes about the values the company now stood for. True value lies in the brilliance of the jewelry and the dignity of the wearer. The news of the incident and the transformative changes that followed spread like wildfire. Henry and Chloe became symbols of change, showing the world that luxury and success meant nothing without respect, equality, and compassion. They turned a painful moment into a powerful movement that resonated with people from all walks of life. Their actions demonstrated that even the most dazzling and expensive jewelry could lose its luster if it wasn't backed by integrity. In the face of prejudice and injustice, they stood firm, turning their pain into strength. Henry and Chloe's story became a shining example that, even in a world driven by wealth and status, true value lies in how we treat others. As the story gained momentum, it was clear that it wasn't just about a bracelet or a jewelry store. It was about creating a legacy of empathy, respect, and fairness. It was a reminder that we all have the power to challenge prejudice and discrimination, no matter where we encounter it. Henry and Chloe's journey serves as an inspiration. They've shown us that by standing up for what's right, we can make a lasting difference, not just in our own lives, but in the lives of others. Together, we can create a world where respect and dignity are valued above all else, and where we stand united against the forces of prejudice. If you believe in fairness, equality, and the importance of treating every individual with respect, then this story is a call to action. Follow the journey, and together, we can build a future where everyone is given the respect they deserve.